And now, fight fans, we are set to go from the Helix here in Dublin, Ireland. This is the main event of the evening. 3 rounds scheduled in the lightweight division. The 3 judges scoring this bout at cage side on the 10-point must system: David Leatherby, Andy Sledge, and Barry Oglesby. And when the action begins inside the cage, your referee in charge, Rich Mitchell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. Dublin, Ireland, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 5'8", 10 inches tall. He weighed in officially 155 1/4 pounds and brings a professional record that stands at 7 victories and just 1 defeat. He fights out of Farnworth, Bolton, England. Here is the submission specialist, Saul the Hangman Rogers. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. His style, Gypsy Jiu-Jitsu. At 5'8", 9 inches tall, he weighed in 154 1/2 pounds. This cage veteran brings 19 victories and 6 defeats. From Wisbech, Cambridgeshire, England, he is John the One Maguire. Once again, referee Rich Mitchell with the final instructions.
Gentlemen, centre please. Okay, gents, you need to protect yourselves at all times and obey my instructions at all times. You keep fighting till I tell you to stop. Now touch gloves, step back, get ready to come out fighting.
Final instructions there from Rich Mitchell. John Maguire in the black and white shorts. Saul the Hangman Rogers in the black with orange trim.
You ready?
Huge main event here at Cage Warriors 65 in the lightweight division. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer calling the action. And we are underway as these pair of lightweights trade leg kicks in the center of the cage.
No touch of gloves immediately. Opening up with kicks.
Typically aggressive start from Rogers. How will Maguire react?
And so far meeting him in the middle. Maguire does have very good striking, but often opts for the wrestling and the groundwork to get the job done.
Maguire with his back to the cage. Rogers being the aggressor to start things off, and that's pretty much what we expected here, Josh.
Yeah, he's already got the lead leg of Maguire flinching from those inside kicks.
Rogers reaching out with the wide left hook there. Different body types on these guys. Rogers obviously incredibly powerful.
The always vocal Carl Tanswell in the corner of Saul Rogers.
For anyone wondering what that noise is at cage side, Carl Tanswell, Saul Rogers' coach.
Very good start to this fight for Saul Rogers so far, being the one dictating the center of the cage, dictating the strikes.
Big right hand there for Rogers. A big right hand. That one scored well for Saul Rogers. Take a punch to the eye like that, it can blur the vision.
Yeah, he's wiping his eye again. Clearly Rogers right on the money early on. Those kicks to the lead leg, trying to take away some of the pop that Maguire might have in the later rounds for the wrestling exchanges.
You know, as you mentioned, Josh, Maguire, not really one for getting finished. He's been in some tough situations before. He's taken his lumps.
Never been submitted. The only time he has been stopped was against Tom Kong Watson in middleweight when his arm was broken from blocking some knees. But a lovely single leg from John Maguire. That's his textbook
move,
game,
isn't it?
Oh, looking to jump on the guillotine now.
Oh, nice knee to the head from John Maguire.
Can't quite see how deep this grip is. Rogers looks like he might be about to pop his head out. There we go.
Oh, another knee up the middle from Maguire. Didn't land quite as neatly as the first, and I believe Maguire might be cut here, Josh.
Yeah, a little bit of damage on the eye already.
Another big inside leg kick. from Saul Rogers.
Oh,
nice
good left hand. Yeah, just to find his way into that body lock. And now looking for the reef. He does that so well. And he's going to move to the back. See if he looks to jump to the back or rag his man down to the ground. I've also seen him throw some strikes here, but I imagine Rogers is searching for that wrist lock grip.
Beautiful work by John Maguire to get this one to the ground. He's got that one hook in on the top side.
Rogers is looking to try and bar the arm out. Maguire, I don't think this will be anything he hasn't seen before, though. Rogers has got to block that left leg of Maguire. Maguire, of course, has got that left underhook and that wrist control. That's making up for the fact that he doesn't have that left hook in.
Rogers keeping Maguire guessing with a couple of punches over the shoulder there.
What's your point there, John?
See if Maguire can get a transition out of this, because we're into the last minute.
Not his glove, he's got your wrist.
Oh, Maguire goes deep on a single hook. There are options off here.
Keep your thumb out of that glove.
Referee Rich Mitchell warning for a thumb in the glove.
Oh, Maguire's looking for a twister.
Oh, Maguire can pull this off.
Is he though? I can't quite tell. Looking to scramble to the top position. Good options for him anyway as he comes out on top.
Well, twisters in MMA really do come once in a blue moon, Josh.
Couldn't quite tell what he was doing with the near arm when he put Saul Rogers' arm behind his head.
It was enough to get us all excited
Yeah,
here.
it did for a split second. Good end to the round for John Maguire, though.
And this is what's so great about John Maguire's style. He is really unorthodox and he will go for these interesting techniques. We saw him with a fantastic Kimura to armbar counter in the UFC. He's got so many tools in the bag. When you talk about tools in the bag, you've got to talk about Saul Rogers too. And a fantastic first round there for both these lightweights.
Yeah, I think Maguire's going to be a lot happier with the second half of that first round. But Saul Rogers did some very good work on the feet. Landed well, hit that target area on the inside of Maguire's leg repeatedly, opened up and possibly a small cut over the left eye.
Let's have a look at some of the action now. Rogers characteristically starting strong, landing a nice 1-2 combination there to have Maguire pouring at his eye a couple of times. A nice left hand from the hangman.
And this was good work from Maguire, just pulling Rogers back into direction most people don't expect to just be moved in. That allowed him to get a single hook. Went deep on that, and you can see here if he could have got that right arm out and around the head of Rogers, he would have had a spine lock. But good work from Maguire nonetheless to establish that top position.
Carl Tanzal and John Kavanagh in the corner of Saul Rogers. Maguire has his brother Tommy and Jack Mason just minutes after his fight with Ben Alloway. Both these men, plenty of expert instruction. Maguire immediately jumps on that single leg again and gets the takedown.
So good at changing the angle and just running the pipe, dropping his man down. But it's Saul Rogers' turn now as Maguire looks to go on an arm-in guillotine. Trying to sit up really high on this. And opts for guard in the end. Watch the Kimura game of John Maguire from here.
We're going to see what Saul Rogers can do on the mat from this top position. You've got to think his first thought will be defensively minded.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We don't see John Maguire on his back all that often. So looking to work that overhook. Doesn't want to get too comfortable hanging out here. It's easy to give away a cheap round.
Rogers with some short, sharp punches to the side of Maguire's head. Maguire trying to shut him down.
Maguire looking to grip on the wrist. See if he goes for that Kimura now. He's looking for it.
Another go-to technique.
There he goes. Yeah, you can guarantee that Saul Rogers' camp have worked some Kimura defenses.
A number of options with that Kimura, obviously the submission, well, it's the sweep there as well.
It's a little different because he's only got the half guard at the moment. But he's always dangerous with this. It is possible to actually be counter Kimura'd from this position as well.
We've seen Maguire do that in fights before to people.
Well, no, I mean, it's a different position entirely from the arm lock he hit on DeMarcus Johnson. But both guys here, small adjustments.
Referee Rich Mitchell taking a close look at this one.
And this is, I mean, this to me is all time in the bag for Saul Rogers, because Maguire hasn't, you know, if he was able to free this grip and be putting some real pressure on. Oh, and Rogers passing very nicely. Maguire's going to have to scramble and recover here.
Rogers clearing the legs, looking to his corner for instructions. He tries to step over. Maguire with the 2 butterflies in though. Rogers going to work with more short punches, and Maguire again looking to attack that arm, Josh.
Yeah, lets himself go back to that half guard to attack this arm lock. But Rogers is wise, he's got a great counter to it. And Maguire can't hang on to the grip when he doesn't have control of Rogers' body, because as then you rightly said, Brad, Rogers can run all the way around for an armbar the other side.
Back to square one in this little exchange. Referee Rich Mitchell content to let them work it out in this position.
Again, basic triangle setup here for John Maguire, but Saul Rogers is going to be wary to a lot of this. And this is a huge portion of the round that John Maguire has spent on his back. Oh, nice sweep though, lovely elevator sweep.
Beautiful work by Maguire, but now it's Rogers with a single leg.
Maguire hopping, trying to defend. Rogers' head has come up, so you would think, well, he's going to try and move the leg right in front of him. Good single leg takedown this time.
But he needs to be very careful of the triangle from this position, Josh. Maguire already got 1 leg up.
Yeah, it was a really nice sweep from Maguire, but Rogers immediately back in on the takedown. Really good work from him. And although he hasn't been too offensive from this position with strikes, Maguire hasn't done too much either, so you've got to figure this top position is probably giving this second round fairly easily to Saul Rogers.
Maguire just using that leg to control the posture of Saul Rogers. Rogers trying to mash his man up into the cage. Stacking up now. His corner telling him to keep the leg trapped.
There's a lot of work for Maguire to do in this position to hit this triangle. With only 10 seconds left, it's worth Saul Rogers just opening up with some strikes now.
Big punches from Saul Rogers here to end this second round. Saul Rogers turning up the tempo here in Dublin.
Stop. Well, this fight just got even more interesting. I honestly think it's 1 round apiece going into the third here. John Maguire probably nicking the first. I think maybe a little bit too casual on his back there. Accepting that position for most of the round and giving it to Saul Rogers.
We're going to take a look back at some of that action from the second round now. Maguire diving on that single leg to start the second frame off. Rogers here with some short, sharp shots, keeping Maguire guessing. Yeah, Maguire attacking the arm from underneath though.
Here was the sweep, I think, that Maguire went for. Really nice elevator sweep, but immediately, look, Rogers straight back in on that single leg. Completes very nicely for another takedown.
And a very intriguing chess match here in the main event of Cage Warriors 65.
I mean, we've seen Maguire can really come alive in the third
here
round.
we go, ladies and gentlemen, Dublin, Ireland. This is the third and final round.
Martinez, awesome as always. I honestly think Maguire needs to come alive in this third round. He needs to make it decisive, because I think this fight's all square.
Everything to play for. Maguire starts out with a body kick. Rogers answers back, kicking the inside leg, throwing out the left hand. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer here calling the action for you at cage side. The Cage Warriors 65 main event.
Well, the referee not allowing Maguire any time for a possible eye poke. And Carl Tanswer using it as an opportunity to really spur his man on.
Rogers getting aggressive there, but winds up being turned on the cage by John Maguire. Maguire trying to trip that leg out from the inside. Knee to the midsection from Rogers.
Maguire's not happy about that one. He drops down on a single.
Looked okay to me from this position.
Oh, and looking for an anaconda grip is Saul Rogers. This is very interesting.
Maguire's going to have to be careful there. Nice elbow though from Rogers, but immediately Maguire scores the takedown.
Yeah, single off, switch to a double when he changed the angle. Very good work from Maguire.
Use that hand, Saul. Those shots. Strong with the legs. Ease in.
And Maguire looking for that Kimura, Josh. It's going to be very difficult up against the cage in this position.
Yeah, certainly is, but he knows all his options off it. Doesn't want to let Rogers work his way to his back here, though.
A lot of submissions can be a rarity in MMA. The fighters sweaty and slippery by this point, but Maguire tenacious in pursuit of this Kimura.
Yeah, that double wrist lock has so many options off it. But as you say, the fence here is making it very interesting indeed.
Rogers nodding to his corner that he feels okay. Of course, Rogers can hold his own glove to block this. You can't hold your opponent's glove. Maguire separates the hands though.
Oh, and this is trouble for Saul Rogers if he lets Maguire move to his back. He appears to have lost the full grip.
Saul Rogers escapes the Maguire Kimura though.
Yeah, top position still for Maguire. And Rogers is going to be hard pressed to get up without eating a few knees here.
Well, Rogers pops his head up. Paying no attention to the commentary team is Saul Rogers.
Yeah,
as he switches his man onto the cage. Great head position there from the hangman.
It really is. Look at Maguire lifted right up on his tiptoes. But Maguire, I think, needs another takedown here. Rogers looking for that single now. Maguire going for the switch, straight to the back. Rogers still trying to come in on that single.
I shan't make mention of 99 problems again. But Saul Rogers looking to create some problems for John Maguire here in his third and final round. Maguire looking for the neck here.
Yeah, this is a very important takedown in the context of this round.
Maguire drops an elbow.
What I don't think Maguire needs to do is give up position for the sake of attacking this choke. Needs to defend this takedown.
Maguire sprawls out.
So nicely flicking his hips on that occasion.
Rogers tenacious though, and he gets it. Just over a minute to go in the third and final round here at Cage Warriors 65, and Saul Rogers on top inside control.
Oh, this is going to really come down to the wire. Maguire again looking for that Kimura, and into the triangle.
Maguire switching for the triangle here.
Let's see if he can maintain the posture and lock it up. So slippery though, Rogers finds his way out. Maguire can't sit here though. And Rogers lets him stand back up well. This could be letting Maguire out of this one. Let's see who can knock another takedown off in the next 40 seconds. I guarantee you that's what both are thinking.
With such a close fight, one takedown could be what decides it. Rogers firing off a few strikes as Maguire shoots in there.
Yeah, Maguire a little loose on that takedown.
And it's Rogers shooting for the single leg. Maguire trying to push that head down and defend. Great balance from John the War Maguire.
Well, the last bout of aggression is going to go to Saul Rogers.
Rogers breaks away. Maguire looks for the single leg, gets the double leg takedown. Big finish here from John Maguire.
Well, I've got no idea which way this is going.
Wow,
Not
what
even
a
gonna
fight.
hazard a guess.
What a fight here at Cage Warriors 65. A fantastic evening of mixed martial arts, topped by an incredibly intriguing lightweight contest. And Josh, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Fights like this are the reason we're glad we're not judges. Let's take a look at some of the action, and viewers watching at home can maybe make their minds up. That was that first punch that hurt Maguire's eye.
This was a lovely takedown from Maguire. Look at him switch off to the double. had a really good period of top control in this third round. This might be what gives him the edge in this round.
Searching for
but
that
it's going to be
Kimura.
close. I do honestly think it was 1 round apiece going into that third round.
It's a beautiful switch attempt there from Maguire. Looking for a triangle here as the clock ticked down. Too slippery though with Saul Rogers. And Maguire goes in on the single, switches to the double, and finishes big with the takedown.
Such a nice transition for him.
It's time to reveal the mystery, folks, as we throw this one to Joe Martinez in the cage, who's going to make it official with our judge's decision in the Cage Warriors 65 main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 score at 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, Saul the Hangman Rogers!
Saul Rogers with the upset. The biggest win of this young man's MMA career. 29-28 on all 3 judges' scorecards over John Maguire. And I've got to say, Josh, I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, that third round, I thought perhaps Maguire had just done enough to edge it. But, you know, as you said, we're not judges, Brad. That is a close decision. Any way you're going to slice it, and any way it could have gone.